Alright, what up, y'all? So this is part 4 of the Legend run. I'm up to Diamond 4. Gonna continue with Bubble Paladin and see how far we can get. I am 26 and 11 in total games, so 37 games, 26 are wins. Pretty decent win rate so far. Definitely could be better, but we are here. I think, I want to say, let's see. So if I'm at Diamond 4, I think last I checked it's like 11 wins until Legend, something like that. So in a very attainable place. Ooh, very interesting hand. So playing against Paladin. Torith is almost never a keep. Cardboard Golem is solid. Elise is pretty solid. I'm not sure if I can keep these three together, though. Like, Maul is really important because if this is an Aura Paladin mirror in some way, then whoever gets their Gelbin first usually wins. So I'm thinking about doing this, but Elise is just really powerful. So maybe I just keep all three. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards keeping all three, but a part of me wants to throw back Elise. But I think keeping all three it's fine. Ooh, into a cubicle is not great. I mean, I could top deck an acceleration aura, which would be amazing. We'll see if that happens. And for all I know, they're aggro paladin, and I just get smashed with this hand. We'll see. Alright, what do we got, buddy? Okay, then. Well, they just full-blown let the rope go. Ooh, there's the acceleration aura. Now, it's normally not the right call to coin acceleration aura unless you have a cardboard golem. So, I think that's just the route I'm going to go here. Let's see if they're actually here, though, because I didn't see them do anything. I saw no motion or anything, so this might just be a free win. I normally like to earn my wins, though. Come on, buddy. Okay, this is a great way to start the video. You guys, action-packed game for you. Well, yeah, this is unfortunate for them.
I remember this place well.
And we drew Gelbin naturally. That's interesting. Let's do this and this. Sure. There they are. Finally see some movement. Do something, buddy. You gotta do something. Ay, ay, ay. So either they got a bad connection or mom called them to dinner or something. Like, so we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna make dues. Because if we're given this much of a head start, then if you just put a bunch of dudes on the board, you're probably fine. That gives us 17 plus this is 21 total, so yeah. Sucks that it has to happen this way. Alright, good old action-packed game for you guys there. Hope you enjoyed it. And just to reiterate, there is no win streak bonus at when you're above Diamond 5. So let's see, there's 3, 2, 1, 3 stars apiece. That's 9 plus the 1. So I believe I'm 10 wins away from Legend here. So it is attainable in this video, but this is a lot of times, I've mentioned this before in videos, so forgive me if I'm repeating myself a million times for you guys. This is the point usually where you go back and forth a bunch. You know, this is where it gets real grindy. So if I can pick up some momentum here and really push through, then that would be amazing, but I think it'll depend on the matchups a lot. Yeah, Torith almost never a keep. Very likely this is Dragon Warrior. I think Control Warrior is much less likely. I kind of want to do this. Maul is decent, but they're so aggressive in the beginning that I need to try and make sure the things that I do to answer things I try to do to answer them need to be like Tigress plushie. What else? Like Maul basically in a situation where they're playing a bunch of dudes and hitting you in the face. If you have to hit their minion with the Maul, then you're just taking more damage. So it makes it kind of a tough situation. Okay, they got the nuts. That's pretty good. Alright, we're going to see if we can Tanktioneer Cubicle. If they get rid of the Tanktioneer, then I may just wait a little bit and use the Tigress plushie to for the Cubicle target, so we'll see. Yeah, I doubt they're going to... Yeah, they're definitely not going to be swinging here. Alright, yeah, no trades. Makes sense. Yeah, kind of hard not to Cubicle, like... I am at 22 already, and so for example, if they drop like a Slither Drake next turn, that could make this a little bit tougher. So I am tempted to Tigress plushie and smack this. That also gives me the option to Carnivorous Cubicle the plushie if that's the better play next turn. But they're much more likely to kill the plushie than they are the Tanktioneer. Yeah, I think plushie is the way to go. I also get Righteous Protector, so I get a teeny bit of protection.
Move quickly.
No Slither Drake. Good. Okay. Yeah, as long as there's no Slither Drake there, that just complicates things. It's definitely manageable, but makes things a lot more complicated. Portal Vanguard getting Prussian Slither Drake would be really bad, though, because then that thing is huge. Yeah, totally cool with them doing that. That is awesome. Double Cubicle? What is happening here? This is really nice. Okay. So we're just going to clear their board, and then we're going to Cubicle or Tanktioneer. Like, how do you argue with this? Yeah, this is an excellent board state. It's very difficult for Dragon Warrior to come back from a board state like this. Very possible, like, but we're still quite a few turns away from, like, Dracorex or Zilliax or something like that. Yeah. Good stuff. 2-0. Yeah, Tigress plushie is great against them. Because if you can find a way to kind of eliminate the work that they did in the early turns, hitting your face. You know, like I got myself back up to 28, I think it was, from 22, which is only 6 life. That's obviously not too much, but that does eliminate kind of like the first, 2-ish turns that they spent trying to get some forward momentum with aggression. All right, Hunter, Hunter.
Begin. I will fight with honor.
So very likely this is tracking Hunter. It is possible they are some kind of face or beast hunter, in which case Manifested Time Ways is a little better, but I don't think it's justifiable to keep it. I think Ursine Maul is the only thing I can really justify keeping here. Okay, well there's the Tankchineer. Yeah, it's always tough, because if you have Cubicle in your opening hand, you shouldn't keep it unless you have a Tankchineer. Like if you have Tankchineer, you normally would keep it, depending on, what you're playing against, obviously. There's a couple things you don't keep it against. But for the most part, yeah, there's so many missed opportunities where you're like, I have Cubicle, but I can't keep it. And then you draw the Tankchineer right away. You're like, well... Oh, so they definitely are an aggressive hunter deck. Alrighty then. This should be fun. So hopefully I will get to an aura so that Manifested Time Ways is useful. Turn 3 Tankchineer off the coin is not awful. Wisp doesn't really seem to do much. If anything, it eats up 1 damage here that doesn't hit my face, but it doesn't really do much otherwise. Yeah, let's see what happens the next couple of turns. Okay. And Anachronos. Very helpful. Very, very helpful. Gotta know that I can justify throwing Wisp out there. Yeah, I guess next turn we just have to hope that, like, Maul or Tankchineer is enough.
I wonder.
Yeah, this is not a great spot here. Could be a lot worse. I mean, it's a lot of little peckers that are coming at me, but... Yeah, Manifested Time Waste would be so good. Come on. Jeez. Alright, sure. Yeah, we're just drawing real dead here. I'm thinking the best option is probably just Wisp Hero Power this turn. Not great. But then next turn that gives me Chronological Aura, which could power up Manifested Time Ways. It's in no ways good, but otherwise it's Maul, which draws Ziliax, which is 6 turns away. Tankchineer, which they're just going to ignore and keep hitting my face. So I think just kind of praying we can survive a couple more turns is the best bet here. Yeah, and, no matter how we mulliganed there, the cards that we ended up drawing weren't any help anyways. So, Violet Treasure Gill or an Acceleration Aura would have done wonders the first couple of turns. Wow, they actually play that card. It's the first time I've seen someone play this card on purpose, discarding another one. Okie dokie. Oh, there's an acceleration aura. What timing? What timing? Sadly, I think we still have to chronological aura. Am I dead though? Because they're gonna go 4, 5, and then they've got. So okay, so I have to hit this obviously, and then yeah, I think this is just the play. So they're gonna go 4 at the chronological Drake, another 1, and then they have 2, 3, 4, putting me at 3. So hopefully they don't have something else in their hand, and if they do have something in their hand, this gets them closer to if it's a spell. Oh, this is unfortunate. All right, let's just see if we can get there. Like a Tigress plushie would be amazing right now. Just give me a little bit of buffer. What else? Yeah, Tigress plushies. Righteous Protector gives me a teeny bit of time, but that's a small bump on the road. Oi, that's bad. All right, I think they just got me then. Yeah, they really got me. Nothing I could have done in this position. I don't think I mulliganed that poorly. In a bubble, you can only do so much, I guess. And even if I threw away the Ursine Maul, seeing the cards that we drew, there was going to be no help anyway. That's unfortunate. Alright, so 2-1 after 3 games. That's the way it goes. Okay. Alright, let's get it again. So I think, what did I say? 9... Yeah, 10 games away, or 10 win, excuse me, 10 wins away from Legend still.
Remember my blades.
I will fight with honor.
Can't justify keeping these 2. Treasure Guild's amazing. Pretty easy mulligan. Yeah, decent hand, okay. You can only assume that this is going to be Imbue Rogue. There's very few variations of Rogue. I mean, the other ones outside of Imbue Rogue are so niche. They're just so fringe. There's a cool little Cycle Rogue deck that I've seen every now and then. It uses Chrono Daggers and... what's her name? Morchi, I think is what it's called. Where it gives you both the effects of your Rewind spells. So just, yeah, Chrono Daggers deals 9... Is it 9 damage? No, 12 damage, I think, something like that. But yeah, outside of that, basically no other playable rogue decks that I can tell, at least. So lots of directions to go here. Tank Engineer is okay. Elise could give me some serious advantage, assuming I get some good modes on that card. I think Elise is the correct play.
I remember this place well.
Yeah, most of the other decision trees end up where Elise gives significant advantage. 5/5 copy, perfect. So next turn I play Terror Run. Turn after that I probably play Tank Engineer, copy it, swing with the Raptors, you know, off and running. Bruh, you took my tiger. That ain't cool. Bruh. Yeah, I think we just do this still. I could always Wisp, make a 5/5 copy of the Wisp, living large. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, this seems pretty sweet. Tank Engineer, make a copy, kill their dudes. So that. We get a Violet Treasure Guild for another acceleration aura. I'm not sure though. This does get me to 8 mana faster. So should I draw Gelbin or Ursine Maul, I'll be able to do that a turn quicker. But maybe it's worth, I don't know. Otherwise, it does just give me some extra mana to work with. So next turn, I would have 7 instead of 6. That gives me a 4-drop and Cardboard Golem. It also does enable Manifested Time Waste. So yeah, I guess it's hard not to do that. Okay. Sure. Very interesting. Oh, that's what they're trying to do. Isn't that worse for them to deal with the 7/7? They only have 2 dubious purchase total, so I would expect them to try and set up something where they can kill the tank engineers, the tanks come out, and then the dubious purchases have a little bit more effect? I don't know. That did not seem ideal for them. Well, let's do this. And we're definitely swinging for 12. And I think we're chilling on the rest of these. Yeah, because this is effectively lethal because Manifested Time Waste gives me the other 3 to make the difference from 15. So let's just do this and this. Just give us a teeny bit of extra oomph there. Yeah, I think we just got them. They think they're safe for some reason? Ah, there we go. Okay. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, even with the Tiger's plushie mini, that... Alright, alright. So this taking damage gives them 3 armor, so they're going to get 6 armor. I don't think it's worth it to bash with this on there. Actually, if I Tigress plushie... Yeah, I think there's a way I can do this. So I do this... So this would only give them... All right, so this is gonna cut into my raptors, obviously, but we're gonna do this as well. It's gonna make room for the Manifested Time Ways. Might as well take that too. And pretty decent board state. Obviously, we're losing value because we're not getting all the raptors off of that. But I think this really solidifies like a solid board, like extra insulation from dubious purchase and stuff like that. They could get something good off the loot, but I don't think there's anything that's going to save them from this position. And to be fair, maybe I was just spinning my wheels making a copy of the Tigress plushie, but I figured a 5/5 with Rush and all that stuff, the Divine Shield, just gives me a little bit more value. That's pretty rough. Okay. Book of the Dead is pretty darn good. Okay. I'm sorry, what? Transform into a 7/7. Okay, then. Or an 8/8. Transform into an 8/8. That's pretty nuts. Alright, that's a pretty good comeback. Gotta give it to him. Manifest the Time Ways? No. Well, Anachronos isn't bad, I guess.
Mistakes of the past.
If anything, it just puts all this stuff on pause for a minute, and I can try to get in the last couple points of damage. Chrono Daggers, okay. Of course. Alright, so they're doing well. They're also getting a little lucky. That's fair. Okay, so this is what we can do. So Cubicle on Tigress plushie means that when it makes one, I'll get a normal Tigress plushie. And then I can make a 5/5 copy of Cubicle, and that'll make 2 Tigress plushie a turn. That seems decent here.
I wonder.
Now, if they have an answer for that, I'm kind of screwed, though. So a part of me almost wants to Chronological Aura and just kind of peck away at them and see if that gets anywhere, but that does give them more opportunity, because next turn Anachronos comes, or the minions from Anachronos come back. Yeah, I think I kind of got to do this. Gives me a pretty solid board. And obviously I don't get all of the dudes off of these guys because my board is now full, but what? I thought this was going to give me a normal Tigress plushie. Alright, I done flubbed up, guys. Alright. Well, shoot. They did have an answer, so we may in fact be screwed. We'll we'll see what. Oh, and the Tankgineer the turn after the Cubicle is. That's a dagger to the heart.
Let me think.
Yeah, I think I could have played this game a lot better. Can't even pretend. Yeah, this one is not going great, but we can Chronological Aura. I think I honestly just dumped my hand. Not worth attacking here. Obviously, it's just a 1/1 I'm going to get off of this, but yeah, let's see if we can get back on track here. They got a stacked hand though, so this could get pretty difficult. Oh, there's Morchi. So yeah, this guy plus Chrono Daggers is pretty darn good. Alright, so they're managing the board state pretty well. I'm a big proponent of playing things out, though, so, you know, you never know what's going to happen. Really? Okay. Manifested Time Ways. Oh, that's a great draw.
Who dares disturb?
That's a fantastic draw. Very helpful. Thank you. And I think we got to kill Morchi, because Morchi can do some very powerful things there. I've mentioned Chrono Daggers, obviously, but it gives them 2 minions off of this, I believe. It's your rewinds period, so it's not just like your rewind cards, it's your rewind abilities. So, gotta get rid of that. Let's hope we can keep up this momentum now. But they got a lot of cards to work with. One of those, yeah. Whew. Flutterwing's a very good card. Double Flutterwing is pretty darn annoying. Okay. And what's this guy do? It's a 12-12. Oh, that's it. It's just a 12-12 for 3. Sure. Let's just bash some face then, I guess. We're going to do this. I think I want to take both of these to their face. That puts them at 7. That means I have to attack with both of these, though, which is not ideal. But you know what? Let's do this. It's 1 less damage to their face, and I get to keep a minion. And I think playing this is decent. I have 2 more turns with that. I guess, yeah, might as well hero power. So despite the not so great plays earlier, we could still have this one in the bag. It's very possible. Because this is a great board state again. But we'll see what ends up happening. Oof. Tess is pretty good. Well, that's a pretty good draw. Let's see. I think that's probably enough to put this one away. Indeedly. Exact. Oof. So yeah, to be perfectly honest, I don't think I had any business winning that game, because some of those plays I made earlier were definitely subpar. But yeah, this is why I'm a big proponent of playing things out, because even if you get yourself into a bad situation, just, you know, misguided plays or, you know, poor decision making, sometimes there's just a path forward. Like I just put a video up on YouTube recently, which is, it's me versus Warlock. And they played Possessed Animancer, got an Ultra Gigasaur, like 1124, 1128, whatever the creature, the minion is. Gives it lifelink. And so I fought my way through that, and then they played another Possessed Animancer, got another one, fought my way through that, and still won the game. And I know people that would have been like, I'm done at the first at the first Ultra Gigasaur. So I'm a big proponent of playing those things out, because you really never know where a game's going to go. That's the beauty of drawing a new card every turn. That's, you know, your opponent can make mistakes too. Never underestimate your opponent underestimating you, you know? And this is a pretty decent hand. Playing a rogue again, of course. Okay, what are we doing here? And once again, not correct to coin out the Treasure Gill or the Acceleration Aura unless you got the Cardboard Golem. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. Just... And I do have the Maul to go get Gelbin, so we've got some backup on the way. I think this is solid. Hopefully we'll get a Tanchineer to make this cubicle just perfect. But we'll see. Another aura, nice. So this will go 3 more turns, so I get 4 mana here. That means I'll have 5, 6. So if I play the other aura next turn, I'll be 2 turns ahead for Gelbin when I get it, which would be incredible. So let's see if I can make this happen. Yeah, this is actually a really good draw. Double aura is, I mean, obviously good. Getting free mana is amazing, especially when you can extend with Cardboard Golem. Let's just hope they don't do anything more powerful in the time it takes us to get there, so... And there's Gelbin. Okay, we didn't even need Maul for it. Yeah, I think we just go face. I could Maul again and just do the other aura next turn, because I can't Gelbin next turn. It would have to be the turn after. But if I aura next turn, then I could Anachronos if they do something super crazy. I think that's probably the safe bet here. Let's see. Yeah, whenever you're tempted to do a play that's not the safe bet, when you have like a safe play that gives you a little bit more security, it's normally right to go with that one. I'm a gambling man myself. I do like to roll the dice, so I have to rein myself in on those plays a lot of times. So, yeah, Anachronos might actually just be the play here, because that gives me a minion to have on the board for when Gelbin comes down. So then I can swing for 10, assuming that that guy's still there next turn. They could Dubious Purchase or something. They played one already, but obviously it was off of a Discover or something. What did they get it from? I don't know what they got it from. Oh, they got it from Terror Run. That's crazy. So they still have 2 Dubious Purchase, which could be annoying. But I think... Yeah, I think that's better than Tanchineer here. Like, Tanchineer plus Hero Power gives me 3 power. Yeah, this is just better. Oh no. I think I did my math wrong. I gotta wait 1 more turn for the Gelbin. Darn it. Dang it. Alright. Well, that could have been worse. It's just a 5/5 rush taunt. Four, 5. And if they want to throw a bunch of resources at Tanchineer, that's totally fine. I'm hoping that they... Yeah. I was hoping that they activate this. I would... I mean, I guess they could take out the 7/7. No, they can't actually, unless they have something else. So... Okay. Another Dethrone. Oh my god. This Terror Run has given them some serious cards. Yeah, you can't argue against that. That's really good. So, yeah, now we're in a tight spot. So Gelbin will get me the 4 pretty standard auras that we get. So it'll give me a 3/5. It'll make Gelbin a, gets +4/+4, so it'll make Gelbin a 10/10 Divine Shield. I'll have a 3/5 taunt. I don't think that's enough to get there because they can very likely clear those guys and then do something else with 8 mana that they have. Like, I can Maul and Tigress plushie, smack this guy twice. I'll take 5, I'll gain 3, so I'll be at 17. This guy's definitely gonna go away, but that does get me Nomelia, which could be helpful next turn. Yeah, this is one of those weird spots because you have to be careful. Yeah, this is unfortunate, but I think this is what I gotta do. This is one of those weird spots because if you don't have a good setup for Gelbin, then you're kind of wasting the resources. But if you wait too long trying to set up Gelbin, then sometimes you just never get there, and they end up overtaking the board or something, like they're kind of doing now. Oh wow, sure. Sure, with the Dark Gift of double? Come on now. Well, hopefully they just don't have any other Divine Shield minions. But I think that's probably... yeah, that's probably just it. Because, like, Ziliax will gain me some life here. That's something. Nomelia doesn't clear their board too well. Yeah, I think all I can do in this position is just buy some time. And you know what? Actually, it doesn't buy any time because Torith isn't going to take any damage because of the Divine Shield, so I just stay at 5 here. So I guess we'll just do this, and then, I mean, yeah, this is pretty bad. Yeah, no matter how I slice this, this is a poo-poo pie. Dang. So yeah, this game and the last game are great examples because the last game did some misplays, really pushed and played it out. Of course, they take the Gelbin. Yeah, last game played it out, ended up winning despite the misplays. This game, I think I played much better than the last one and just getting trounced. And funnily enough, by the exact same deck. Ay, ay, ay. And that's actually not the first time that someone has used Dirty Rat to take my Gelbin. So, and okay, another Dirty Rat is coming. They are doing some work here. This is, yeah, alright. Yeah, the dubious purchase and the dethrone off of the Terror Run was pretty clutch. Like, those were great resources, and just the best possible timing for them. So yeah, now we've got no Nomelia. I'm at 21, they've got 12 attack on board. Yeah, not much I can do here. Just gonna see if I can buy some time, I guess. Like, I'm trying to imagine the scenario where this is winnable. We've already made it through the Terror Run. Their hero power only makes them cost 3 less. We've already lost our Nomelia and our Anachronos. I mean, a Tankgineer could be helpful. We've also got a Lease that could give us some good value, but I don't see a lot of situations really working here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, despite liking to play it out a lot, this is probably a game I'll end up conceding pretty soon. Wow. Alright, yeah, that's nuts. We're just super dead. Yeah, especially considering the Torith. Come on now. Alright, let's see what our next draw is, but probably just conceding this game. Fine. Well, there's a tank engineer. Yeah,
Well
very well done. Oop. Alright, come on, computer. There we go. Yeah, even my computer is like, we're on strike. This is not winnable. This is crazy. Yep, there it goes. Alright, we're just done. It's fine. Alright, 3-2 after 5 games. Not the worst. We are ahead, technically, but only by 1. So I think that still puts me... Yeah, still 10 wins away from Legend. So, something that I had been considering was, you know, when it's correct to kind of switch up the deck. So I started this run with Dragon Warrior, ended up hitting a wall, and then switched over to Bubble Paladin. I've got traditional Aura Paladin available, but I do have a Cliff Dive Demon Hunter deck as well. Last season, when I got about here in the rankings, Cliff Dive is what pushed me over to Legend. So it's very possible I will switch over and do that. If they're Dragon Warrior, this is not a bad keep. I'm actually tempted to throw back Elise. It's good value, but it could be a little slow. It really just depends on the modes of the card. And there is a big difference between 3 and 4 because they play, you know, Petal Peddler, Stone Carver, stuff with 4 health that can be tough to get rid of with Time Waves. If they start like Dark Rider, Gift Wrapped Whelp, stuff like that, then that's it's great. But there's also like Whelp of the Infinite. So yeah, I think I have to keep Elise just as another. I mean, it's powerful. It's hard not to keep Elise most mulligans. But if this win rate doesn't start picking up a little bit, then I will definitely switch over to Cliff Dive. Just old reliable. I love the Ravenous Fell Hunter recursion with Blob of Tar. It's just really good. Last video, I played a bunch of Demon Hunter. Played against a bunch of Demon Hunter. So haven't encountered any yet in this video. But yeah, like the last 2 videos, quite a few Demon Hunters. So if that was one of the reasons I was hesitant to switch over to Cliff Dive initially, was because the mirror match is just really rough. Time Ways isn't bad here. It gives me a little bit of stopping power, and so these aren't dragons either. So if I waited a turn, I could Elise here and then see what they have on their next turn. I think that might be the play, because I've still got 2 turns left for Acceleration Aura. Yeah, let's give it a run. Let's give it a terror run. Okay, armor's okay. It's probably better than these. And, okay. Not the greatest mode. I was hoping for the Raptors. But I guess that's fine. Ooh, if they got a Slither Drake here, that's real bad. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's rough. Well, I'm glad I waited, because this makes it a little easier to kill the Slither Drake. Along with that, okay. I don't think Terror Run is the call. I'm pretty sure I have to manifest a Time Ways. I could Torith, and then as long as it doesn't die, Tiger's Plushie's a little bit more of a threat next turn.
Let me think.
Yeah, I think that's the route I'm going to go here. If they have like a precursory strike, then that could be bad, because that gives them 3 things between this and their weapon that they can smack Torith with, and then kill it with the Slither Drake. Oh no, they're just... Are they? Okay. That's alright. There are definitely worse things. Because if Torith lives, then I get Tiger's Plushie and Elise to take out the Slither Drake. Not the greatest position, but it could be okay. I mean, and I could also just cubicle Torith. That could just give me a little bit more... Oh, wow. That's pretty good. So this is 3, plus the mini is 4, plus these are 10. So I can take out the Slither Drake, but that's not a great position to be in. I guess I'll have both the plushies left over. And they'll still have Divine Shield because of Torith, so I guess that's not the worst. I just hate having to sacrifice Torith in a position like this. I'm very tempted by the cubicle on Torith, though. Yeah, I'm gonna cube on Torith. So he's refreshed, a little harder to kill. Ooh! Okay, I did not expect that. That's great. Alrighty then. Yeah, I guess there was a reason that Cubicle was calling my name, because that was enough for them to scoop. Sorry, Magic terms. I always say scoop instead of concede, because you scoop your cards up in an in-person card game. Anyways, I'm old school like that. Grew up playing Magic the Gathering. Got a good 20 years in that game, but... Alright, let's go again.
Uther versus Garrosh. Victory or death. I will fight with honor.
And if I keep seeing a bunch of Dragon Warrior, then I'm very likely switching to Cliff Dive, because Cliff Dive is really good against Dragon Warrior. Like, Recurring Blob of Tar is very powerful. It's very difficult for them to get through it. And no matter what they are, Dragon Warrior or Control Warrior, the Wisp is, I think, the correct play here. Cool. Now I do need to draw some gas, though, because if I can't follow up this start with something good, then things are going to get out of hand. I think on their own, their cards are more powerful than mine, because most of them, you know, they discover something, they pump each other, stuff like that. Stuff like Slither Drake or Windpeak Worm is just really powerful by itself, whereas my cards require a little bit of synergy, you know, Tank Engineer, Cubicle, Auras, etc. So, let's see. Gnomish Aura is not what I want to see. Let's do this. What's that put me at? I think 9 wins away from Legend right now. Sure. Okay. That's a great draw. That's what I'm talking about with drawing gas. 5/5 copy is normally the way I go, but I think the dragon or the raptors are going to be very useful against them. Yes, and we get a 5/5 copy. Actually, this could be pretty good. Yeah, I think that's the better choice here. So now I have much more insulation from stuff like Slither Drake. If they drop, you know, double Peddler, obviously they only have 3 mana here, but if they drop like double Peddler or like, you know, some things that pump each other here, that's not really much of a threat anymore. Interesting. And they did draw a card off of Precursory Strike, so they likely have a Wind Peak Worm in their hand. I would have preferred to have a few more minions on board for Terror Run. I was really hoping at least one of those other guys would survive, but it's hard to ignore this value.
For justice.
Blaze of trail.
There's the worm, okay. And a cubicle, cool. So we're going to start with this. Oh, Crusader Aura is actually not bad. I don't hate that, because if I do that this turn, I can get in 12 damage. And the next turn, Aura will be active, and I can use the Terror Run to make more guys, which will then get even bigger. Because there'll be, you know, 4 ones with this, but then Crusader Aura makes them 6 2s when they attack. So even if they play dudes, I like this a lot. And I'm not even going to worry about their Wind Peak Worm. That is totally fine. Double worm, wow. Pretty good. I even get Tigers. Oh, I got double Tigers plushie. So, how do we do this? So that's 3. This will make 3 more guys. So this and this will fill my board. And then we can take this out. And take this out. You know, it might have been a better play to use one of the Raptors to get that second Wind Peak Worm, because then I would have retained Divine Shield on one of these guys. Possibly even doing that with 2 Raptors and keeping the Divine Shield on both of the plushies, but I think this is okay still. Because we got Gelbin in 2 turns. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Got a little hasty with the plushies. That's okay.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, had I kept the plushies, that possibly could have been game. They were... Yeah, that would have been game if I kept the Divine Shield on them. So, definitely misplay. Don't get too hasty like me, guys. It'll cost you games. Still a good position, though. Gelbin next turn should be a lot of value. Gelbin gets me another Crusader Aura. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, it might not get Crusader Aura, so you can only have 5 auras max. And since I already have 1, It's possible. It's just going to draw 4 of the auras, so let's see if we can get lucky. Hopefully we draw Gnomish Aura, and then we get the other 4. I'll take Acceleration Aura as a draw also, that'd be fine. Makes sense. And they're on Elise, wow, with such little time. Oh, it looks like they might have missed it. I don't know if that auto-selected for them. Yeah, I think we just go for it here. Alright, looks like... Yeah, it looks like we did not get the Crusader Aura as suspected, but that's the way it goes. And yeah, no point in using this. I mean, maybe there's a point in using this, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think that's a justifiable play. It gives us minions to be able to attack with next turn, but I think our plays are going to be fine because yeah, double dudes plus the pump, and plus if I want to, I can tank Engineer Cubicle or even get cute and plushy Cubicle. So I think there's plenty of plays here without having to activate Terror Run. Plus Terror Run gives the ability to get guys out of the way, like if they, you know, if Dark Rider gave them a minion with Taunt as their Dark Gift or something, you know, like there's stuff like that that could get in the way. This is potentially a Dracorex turn, but thankfully this isn't open, so it can only do 5 damage max. Yeah, this is totally fine. Seems very likely that we got him. They're definitely gonna need more. What you got, buddy? Come on. Yeah, that's not gonna do it. And we drew the Crusader Aura right on time. Alright, 5-2 after 7 games. Let's see, I've played against Dragon Warrior 3 times and won... Yeah, I beat them all 3 times. Yeah, the Dragon Warrior matchup seems decent. Wow, that's actually the most I've played against Dragon Warrior in total. I've only played them 1 other time during this entire Legend run. That's crazy. It's normally fine to keep Maul. It's a pretty good card to have. Against Demon Hunter, I'm not sure it's the best card, though. Yeah, I don't think I can justify shuffling it away, but it could be questionable. Eesh, alright. Not the best hand. Is it me, or is Broxigar just incredibly overrated? It seems to me like every Cliff Dive deck plays Broxigar, or just pretty much every Demon Hunter deck almost. But he's used like so rarely. Like I've seen people, like, I mean, maybe the benefit of Broxigar is having the axe. Because the axe is decent, little lifelink, draws you cards, helps you thin your deck out a little bit, I guess, but see what we draw for this. Okay, and so this will give me 5, 6, 7. I think I wait one turn for this. Because if I do it next turn, that puts me at 8 a turn sooner, and I have the Maul to be able to Gelbin.
Let me think.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Reporting for duty.
There's the axe. Interesting. So if I do both of the auras, next turn I have 6 mana. I can Maul plus something else. I can always manifest a Time Waste, but I think that's very random. Probably unlikely. Yeah, I think this gives me more options for the next couple turns.
For justice. Battle.
The light dims, but we reporting for duty.
And next turn I'll have 8 mana. This attack will get me Gelbin, so probably just play it. I mean, turn 6 Gelbin is pretty strong. If they play a Ravenous Fellhunter, things get a little tricky, though. Hey, okay. Not great. Patch is the pirate. Alright, they're definitely not playing Cliff Dive, then. I don't... yeah.
For justice.
And sadly, we have 2 auras out already, so we only get 3, but Chronological, Mechatorque, and Crusader, perfect.
Repent to battle.
Join me in my eternal
Pretty good, okay. I'm thinking I'll probably double Manifested Time Waste here. Because these 2 can take out the Blob of Tar. Ooh, that's not good. If they get rid of Gelbin here, then that does get a little trickier. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Because that means I don't get to smack him in the face for like 8. Oof, okie dokie. Alright. So... Ziliax isn't bad. I'm just not entirely sure it's necessary.
I wonder.
Oh, you know what I can do actually? Let's do this. So this will take out one. This doesn't quite take out two, but we can do this.
Who dares disturb?
Yeah, not super ideal, but I think I've got enough forward momentum here. Only one more turn with the auras, though, so gotta really make use of this position pretty soon. Ooh, that's pretty good for them. If I remember correctly, these decks play Youthful Brewmaster so that they can Broxigar, smack you for 12, bounce it, and then play it again, smack you for another 12. So for 6 mana, they can deal 24 damage, assuming there's no taunt or anything in the way. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, that's pretty unfortunate. Whew, alright, yeah, they got everything. I don't know if we're winning this one. Yeah, this makes me kind of want to switch over to Cliff Dive. Yeah, I have to manifest it timeways. Otherwise, I'm definitely done, but if they've got Broxigar, then I'm probably done either way. Yeah, I think this is pretty much all I can do here. Is that into Manifested Timeways and I guess Elise? Yeah, like I have to do this. Yeah, you know, let's just do this. Next turn I can Elise and play the Terror Run on the same turn, so at least I'll have a little bit more information before doing that. But yeah, Broxigar plus Brewmaster is it. Let's see if they got it. They could have other things though. I mean, it just takes a little bit more damage. Wow. Ay, ay, ay. That's tough to deal with. There he is. Oh, they didn't even attack with Broxigar. Wow. You know he's got charge, right? Right? Come on now. What is happening? Okay, so that was lucky. I think Ziliax is the only play that makes sense here. Yeah, nothing else really seems to make a lot of sense. And thankfully their board is already full, so I can do this and this. And I can even get rid of Brock. Oh my goodness, this is very lucky. That is so lucky. So we got a chance. They've already used both return policies. I guess they have a Ravenous Fell Hunter in their hand still because of the return policy, so I'll have to fight my way through that. But there is definitely a chance here. And going back to 30 is a huge advantage. No more Broxigar in the picture. They're down to 7 cards, whereas I have 12, so yeah, there are some paths to victory here still. That's unfortunate. Okay, good timing for them. Very, very good timing. The best time to play a Ziliax is right after your opponent played their Ziliax. So if I maul, I get an Acronos, but then that means I have to take 6 here, plus another 13 next turn. So that's not a good situation. I can maul Chronological Aura, Righteous Protector, put up a little bit of protection. Elise could be okay.
Let me think.
Yeah, I think the best option I have here is sadly this.
For justice.
This is not good by any stretch of the imagination.
Quickly.
However, if they play the Ravenous Fell Hunter that they have in their hand next turn, I think they have 2 in their hand even, so that's kind of rough. But if they play that, then an Acronos gets better. Oi! Alright, Climbing Hook is very good right now. Yeah, I kind of miss playing Demon Hunter. the last, like this game and all the games I played yesterday against Demon Hunter really make me want to go back and play it. Alright, so taking a bunch more. Yeah, I was really hoping they'd get a Ravenous Fell Hunter out there, but because that's still in their hand, Anachronos is just not as good. Elise, I don't think is going to cut it. Yeah, ugh, that feels so bad. Thankfully, this draws Nomelia, which is a great answer to Blob of Tar. Wow. Alright, we're just dead. That's it. Very well played. And they even held back the Ravenous Fell Hunters, I believe. Right? Doesn't show them in their hand, but... That's crazy. Maybe they played them and I just forgot, but... Wow, 5-3 after 8 games. I'll go one more with Bubble Paladin, but I'm really feeling the switch to Demon Hunter. And on these legend runs, when I start feeling that pull this much, it's normally correct to listen. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, I was like, I swear, if this is another Demon Hunter. Not the greatest hand here. Let's try this. Yeah, usually the extent of my competitive play is just the beginning of the month, because once I make it to Legend, I'm like, well, let's mess around and play some fun decks. Like, I'm dying to play OTK Paladin some more, try to figure out that deck a little bit more. I posted probably 4 or 5 videos about that deck, a couple different versions of it. It's definitely not anywhere near top tier, but there's potential there. So I like exploring things like that, where you have to use some of your creativity in addition to the competitive skills. Yeah, I think this is fine. I definitely could have gotten more value for it later, I'm pretty sure, but that's I think it's fine to take those out there. So the question here is, do I Maul or do I Elise next turn? I think Maul smacking this guy is just fine. Ooh, okay. There's Ziliax. Because the thing with Elise is, if I play Elise, get the Terror Run out there the following turn, then I can make multiple Tank Engineers, which is usually pretty powerful. But it is a little bit slow. Maul helps me retain priority of the board. I can keep good control of this. But then that pushes this off a little bit later. So it's even possible that I go Elise for Ungoro Jungle, the 1-mana version, and then next turn I can play Tank Engineer and make a 1/1 copy of it. I think that might be worth the risk here. Yeah, I'm going to give it a run. It's possibly not the right call, but I think it's worth the risk. There we go. 1/1 copy, and we'll discover a spell. And we'll wait till next turn to play it, just on the off chance that they play something silly like Demolition Renovator. Like, if I play that there and they Demolition Renovator, I would be so mad. That would be the worst. Okay, Torith is cool. I am tempted to Maul the dude. Yeah, because as long as there's a blob of tar, the Tank Engineers get a little bit worse. Yeah, if we can set up a couple Tank Engineers before the Gelbin, that's a good spot. Alright. Yeah, this is one of those standard formats where if you're not playing like a handful of specific cards, you're just behind. Like, if your deck doesn't play Ziliax and Elise, you're probably going to be behind the people that are. It's an unfortunate truth about the metagame. Renewing Flames is not bad. I kind of like that. And let's do this. So now we get Gelbin next turn off of the coin. If they do something crazy and Nacronos is an option. There we go. Alright, they did have Renovator. I'm so glad I waited till... Woo! Alright, that's good. And I could Renewing Flames here, because this is not the greatest position. Being at 13 is a little rough at this stage of the game. I could also like Tigress plushie plus Crusader aura. Yeah, plushie plus aura is not bad. But I think Renewing Flames might be a little better. No, I want to... Okay, so I need to advance my board state. So I think this is the way to go. Because then this will take this out. And then we can do... Oh, actually, let's do this. And we'll just take out their entire board. Then Gelbin could be really strong next turn. And if they get rid of the Tank Engineers, it's even better for me. Wow. Wow. I hope they give me 7/7s, because then I'm going to Gelbin, and I could end up having double Crusader Aura with 2 7/7s in play. Come on now. Please let me have it. Okay. Alright, they're not that dumb, thankfully. That's good for them.
Join me in my eternal prison.
Sure.
Eternal prison.
Renewing Flames is not bad here. Takes out both those guys. And... Yeah, I get to bash for 415. Yeah, I actually don't hate that at all. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about by setup for Gelbin. Because I could have done it that turn. But I think this sets me up for an even more powerful turn. Whoo! Alright.
Let me think.
Sure, that's great. Okay. So we can do this. And we have double... Oh, we don't have double Crusader. Fine. Okay, then. Then we'll do this. And I guess we can do this. Pretty good. So if they smack this with the pterodactyl or whatever it is, and... Oh, interesting. Okay. I was going to say they could take out the 7/7. if they played that differently. Like if they killed this and then dealt 6 damage to the... Oh! Sure. Very interesting. Well, I think Ziliax to the rescue, maybe? I would love to have Torith out right now, but I can't get too greedy with it. So, no more life for you. Yeah, I think I gotta hit one of the 2/5s with the other Ziliax. I want to hit this because then it retains the Divine Shield. But yeah, it's just... Because this gets powered up because of the amount of Zergs they have.
Reporting for duty.
Yep. Best time to play Ziliax is right after your opponent does. Oh, look at that. Cubicle's not bad.
My blood to save the dream.
Let's see, we still have Gnomish Chronological Mechatorque.
Let me think.
Insignificant.
Vaulting will do.
Yeah, this is a real battle here. Pretty good. I'm surprised they're not trying to get rid of Torith first. Because now they have to get rid of the 3 shields on Torith after the Ziliax shields. Very interesting choice.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
That's pretty good. Okay.
I swear to you! Reporting for duty.
Alright, let's see if we can get there.
I have seen,
Ooh, that's rough.
and I will bring destruction.
Yeah, I guess that was probably overextending. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they just got some quality cards. Well, that's probably the nail in the coffin. With Wind Fury, of course. Multiple nails in the coffin.
Mistakes of the past rewritten.
Yeah, they're very ahead on card advantage. They've got 15 cards left, 9 in hand, 6 in deck, whereas I've got 8 total, 7 in deck, 1 in hand. Interesting choice. I normally don't end up playing this guy whenever I play Marin, because it is kind of a gamble. Sometimes you just make your hand into random stuff that's not useful. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty good, though. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they got some bangers off of that. Yo. Seriously, they just got super gas off of that golden kobold. That's incredible. Yeah, there's absolutely no way I'm winning this game. Wow. Yeah, we're not even gonna bother though. That's crazy. I'm a big proponent of playing it out, but that is an unwinnable situation. Alright, so I've gone 5-4, 9 games. I'm going to go one more game, and then I'm thinking I'll probably call it for this video at that, and if that... Yeah, I'm probably switching to Demon Hunter after this game. I think that's going to be the way to go. Because I haven't played Cliff Dive in a while. I've had a hankering to play Cliff Dive Demon Hunter for a hot minute, and it feels like it's probably a better call for the decks that I'm playing against at this stage of the Legend run.
I will fight with honor. I will command the light.
Yeah, always correct to keep Maul against another Paladin. If this is some kind of mirror, then we want to get to Gelbin faster than they can.
The light dims, but we fight.
Okay, so they still could be Bubble Paladin. Might be aggro, but more likely that it's Bubble. I haven't seen... Have I played against aggro Paladin once on this entire run? I don't know that I've played it once.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I haven't played against aggro Paladin a single time this entire run. In... What is that? 39, 48. Yeah, in like almost 50 games, haven't played a single aggro Paladin. This is the first one. Really surprising. So I think we're going to do this just to get some dudes on the board. Oh, no aura here. Come on now. Alright, that's pretty rough. Well, yeah, at least it wasn't an aura. But this is a pretty bad situation. It's possible chronological aura was the play there, but it's not as proactive. Getting rid of a guy feels a little bit better in this situation than just putting a guy in the way. But either way, this is a pretty bad... Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is rough. Well, if I can survive long enough, I've got Zilliax. But that seems unlikely. Yeah, I think I'm just donezo. I just have this feeling they've got an aura coming also. Yeah, there it is.
Well played.
You didn't even need to draw the card, you just had the aura. Come on now. I think the correct play was attacking with this first, because that could have hit this, and then you could have got a free shot there. Or it would have given you 2 free shots, which could have been the win. Yeah, super donezo.
Reporting for duty.
Well played.
Alright, so we're going to end this one 5-5. Not the greatest. Pretty much same position we started from. But at least we didn't go backwards. Of course they have double aura. Alright, so I'm going to call this video here. But I think I'm definitely going to switch it up to Demon Hunter from here. So let's see, 31 and 16. So win rate so far is 31-16. 47 total games. Still sitting at, yeah, Diamond 4 with 2 stars. So literally same place I started from. Not the worst. I mean, it could have been a lot worse. I could have gone down to Diamond 5 and had to restart from there. So I'm not unhappy. I think we're starting to see a little bit of a shift in the metagame as you get higher into the ranks. So I think Demon Hunter is going to be the call. But don't forget to smash the like button. I appreciate you guys that are already following. Big thank you. Means a lot. Likes, comments, follows, all that kind of stuff makes a big difference for the channel. So if you're following and you want to help me out in any way, dropping a comment makes a huge difference. Tells YouTube that people are loving the content, and so it pushes it to more people. But yeah, I will be back with another round of the Legend Run, and I should be able to get there pretty soon. I mean, it doesn't normally take super long, so thanks for sticking in there with me, and check out the other videos on the channel. I do a combination of competitive and fun decks, so if Legend runs and like the competitive grind is not your thing, I'm out there playing fun stuff like Searing Reflection Paladin, and at some point I'm probably going to try like a Pirate Demon Hunter deck, just, you know, fun, silly stuff that like, you know, helps practice deck building and just the creativity aspect of the game, because at the end of the day, I play this for fun. You know, when I'm just out here grinding games every single day, it feels like a job. So I try to mix it up and make things kind of fun and interesting for myself and you guys. So peace and love, guys. Catch you next time.